Hey, Phantomaniacs, welcome to the newest unboxing here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. Today I am looking at Special Mission Augusta, a JoeFest exclusive. I wanted to review it earlier, but I've just had tons of stuff piled up, which is not a bad spot to be in. This was a $55 set of 3 O-ring action figures. It was being sold by Extensive Enterprises at the convention, produced by LadyJaye Toys, which you may or may not be familiar with. You can find them on Instagram. I will say up front, I do not know the legality of this situation, but they are cool looking O-rings at what I think is a great price. 55 bucks for 3 figures is nothing to sneeze at. So I had to have it because, as you may all know, I am a massive fan of Special Mission Brazil. It is my, that's my favorite G.I. Joe sub-team segment, repaint, whatever you want to call it. I just love me some Special Mission Brazil. I've done videos about it here on the channel. We've talked about it on Audible Interlude, a G.I. Joe podcast, available every Friday wherever you get your podcasts, and alternating Mondays right here on the channel. But this is a Claymore-inspired Jinx figure. Again, I don't know the process of making these. I don't know the legality. I'm just looking at them as these look like pretty good, interesting O-ring figures. And that's how we're going to approach this. So as you can see, this is a pretty fancy set. You've got, I can't believe we've got an actual top loader here. We've got trading cards for each character, because these are 3 different characters. Little resealable bag. JoeFest, an Extensive Enterprises exclusive. I appreciate the JoeFest livery on this, because really that's another layer of why I wanted to have this. I love JoeFest. It is my, Dragon Con is always going to be my favorite, but JoeFest is absolutely, it's my second favorite convention. And I hate to even put it in that runner-up spot. But, okay, so the card, it looks like, is just... Oh, interesting. What do we got here? So it looks like the trading card is just for the one figure. Wow, this thing is really, securely packed in here. So, cool art, little poster art. Deep in the heart of the Amazon, the real battle begins. Which I'm not sure that makes a whole lot of sense, because Augusta is not, last time I checked, deep in the heart of the Amazon. Speaking of checking, I need to check in and see if rooms are available for next year yet. I do not want to stay off property again. And if you've not been to JoeFest, it is an absolutely incredible toy convention that is centered around G.I. Joe and G.I. Joe adjacent things, but just a fantastic weekend. I can't totally remember the premise of these crossbows being packed separately. I want to say they were maybe on-site exclusives. If you bought them at JoeFest, you got these, but if you bought them afterwards, if they had stock left over, you did not get the crossbows. I'm not positive about that. I remember they were some kind of bonus. And I'll tell you right now, this feels actually a little more rigid, a little sturdier than the toy that it is based upon. Let's get a super zoom in here, because I want you to see the detail of it. Production wise, it does not appear to be 3D printed, I don't think. And look, I don't have the best eye for that kind of thing, but I do have a feel for 3D printed stuff. This is a nice accessory. I would go so far as to say maybe if you've got a OG Scarlet or a 1.5, I would say put that crossbow away safely somewhere and display this one. And I could do a little side-by-side comparison, but I didn't have plans to do that. I guess I should. I'm obligated to go get it. Okay, once again, massively thankful that this phone has a pause button. So this is a 1.5 Scarlet crossbow. Let's see. And this is the LadyJaye Toys crossbow. You can see the colors are a little bit different. That original Scarlet is a little more gray. But visually, again, I might just tuck this away in a safe place and display. You can see the details are a little better on the original, but just for strictly display purposes, I might put this on the shelf. Just out of fear of loss or whatever. Okay, so there's that. Oh, and I guess we'll test out the fit in the hand, and fits in the hand perfectly. It's great. Really nice fit, actually. Okay, so there's that. Let's back up a little bit, and we're going to go in order of least interesting to most interesting to me on these. And I think they're all cool figures for sure. But as I said, the Claymore paint job is the one I liked the most. This reminds me of, I can't remember the name of the comic character. Somebody tell me in the comments. I think it was a Valiant Comics character. He's got the red dot in the middle of his forehead. I cannot remember his name. But anyway, cool paint job here. These are all bagged very nicely. You've got your clip and save file card. This is the Yokai Assassin, codename Kijo. And I am not going to read all of that, but you can see, I mean, this is a, first of all, if every independent toy came just bagged like this, I would be perfectly happy with that. You know, I am impressed by fancy packaging. Obviously, Grindhouse Toys and the incredible VHS packaging that he does. I love it. But also, you know, bag it all up. I'm fine with that. I've got a cool little art print on the front. I mean, it's almost like a card back. It's not the same size. It's scaled down, but it looks nice. You got nice art. File card on the back. JoeFest, once again, JoeFest 2025 livery up there. Like, this is cool. This is a nice piece. You've got the trading card for the individual character with the design on it. Oh, this also came with a poster of all of the concepts. I will try to remember to post that in the Audible Army Facebook group, but it got kind of jacked up. I'm flattening it right now. So let's take a look at the figure, because this is really where we'll see what's up. I purchased a LadyJaye Toys purple figure based off of Baroness, and it was very nice. I was very surprised at the quality, and I'm also surprised at the quality of the... I don't get how they're doing this stuff. I mean, this is really nice stuff. Got the Cobra sticker there, looks like. Nicely printed. And the figure itself, look, it feels good. It's a good, solid O-ring figure. I think, man, okay, let's just do a direct. I mean, I've got Jinx over here also. So the gloss isn't quite Hasbro gloss, but for the price, she can sit, she can stand. It's got some nice detail. The sculpt is very sharp. Might actually have, though, a little Super 7 thing going on where the O-ring might be a tad small. I'm not going to open this one up. I mean, this is a nice feeling figure. It just is. You know, the coloring here is the lower part of the legs is just molded in that brown plastic that matches the tunic top here. Same thing with the arms, just molded in a different color. So they've minimized, while the tampos on it look very good, they have minimized, you know, paint in that way. But it feels good. It's a great feeling figure. So we've got some accessories here. We've got the Jinx style backpack that is very similar, if not identical. You'd be hard pressed, and I know people have different feelings about this sort of thing, because obviously you don't want to buy a Jinx figure and get, you know, not a legit backpack, but pretty darn close. Let's see if it's, you know what I would like is if they made the holes in the back of their figure larger and made their backpack holes larger. And I know some people wouldn't agree with that, but then there's no mistaking. Yeah, that fits perfectly. Then there would be no mistaking reproduction parts. There are many ethical considerations here that I'm not going to get into, but I understand people who have issues with any aspect of these figures. I get it. I don't know that I don't have issues with them. So you've got that nice contour in the back. Backpack fits great. And then you've got the weapons you would expect. Got that staff. Gonna fit right in the hand there. Two swords. And these are, again, I do not believe these are 3D printed. So the swords are going to go right in the backpack. Presumably. Oh, wait, am I doing that wrong? No, I'm not. Okay, so they might be a little tricky to get into place while the figure's wearing it. And I'm just going to do this for this first one. I'm not going to be going through this with all three of them, because once you've seen the first one, you've got the idea of how it all works. So the swords don't just slide home perfectly. Looks like there is a little, the mold's maybe not perfect, but you can slide them home. They do get in there. So let's pop that back on the figure's back. And then we've also got these knives, which there's no storage for those, but these, and I don't know what these are originally from. Tell me in the comments if you know. Two trench knives, I guess, sort of. But if you notice, there's that plug, so you can cross these. I know there's a Snake Eyes that has knives like this on his chest, which I've never owned, or I have yet to own. So those go like that and can store that way. Well, can connect that way. But again, there's no actual storage for them. But pretty neat knives. I dig them. So that is figure number 1, whose name I've already forgotten. Kijo. Let's put that one off to the side. We move along a little faster through the rest of them. Now that we've seen what's up, this is Quarrel. Oh, okay. This is Night Force Quarrel in a ninja uniform. Got it. Oh, and looking at all these logos and stuff, I'm pretty sure I am aware of the legality of all of this. And we're not going to discuss it further. Because you can't just use all these logos. That's not okay. So here is Night Force Quarrel in traditional Night Force colors. Got that black, that olive drab, and that gray. Looks great. Good idea for a design. I like it. And this one's O-ring seems a little more correct to me. Everything moves nicely. Figures feels very good. Same loadout. However, if you purchased the Delta 17, which was also reviewed here on the channel, the Delta 17 accessories, or excuse me, weapons pack at JoeFest, you can load these figures out however you like. Okay, so there is figure number 2. Also very well done. Feels great in hand. These are a little lighter than a Joe figure. They don't feel more delicate, but they just feel lighter. And I hate saying if you have one in hand, you'll understand what I'm saying, because my job here is for you to get it without having it in hand. But I mean, it feels good. It feels good. It's just a little off, but not in a way that makes it inferior, just different. All right. And then finally, Jinx Special Mission Brazil style. Oh, and I will comment, obviously I wish the rivets matched the surrounding plastic, but certainly for the price point we're dealing with here, I understand that they don't. So yeah, G.I. Joe sticker in that one, all the same accessories. And then, so this one, the head is pretty loose on her. So that's a marked difference in the quality there from the other two. So that is a very loose head. Everything else feels pretty good. And this one obviously has more paint than the others. Meant to complement Claymore. Get the paint on the feet to give it the slipper look, which is something different from the other two. I would say this head also does not look, or did I just not notice it? No, I guess it's about the same. It's real close. It's real close. It's funny how when you're looking at a G.I. Joe product, your eyes, maybe just because they've been looking at the same thing for 40 years, don't pick up some of the little less than perfect aspects. So we've got the dragon logo on her uniform. We've got all the, I guess, giraffe-looking camouflage printed all the way around. Looks great. This is a great figure. And I think I might give her one of those Delta 17 weapons, just to make her a little different, because I'm going to put her on the shelf. I'm not getting a display stand for her or anything like I've got for my Special Mission Brazil figures, but I believe I'm going to put her on the shelf next to Special Mission Brazil. I dig it. So there they are. Special Mission Augusta, Kijo, Quarrel, and Jinx in the legally dubious releases from LadyJaye Toys, but they're good figures. And again, $55 for the 3 figures and for everything you get with this, I think was a great price, very reasonable. And there you go. That's some bootleg toys for you. there's some really interesting stuff being done in the fringes of the industry, I suppose you might say. And this is some of it. Now, if I'm walking by it in person, I'm going to grab it. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about Needless Things. And until next time, buy what you like.
Smash that like button if you like Needless Things.